A fiery mission, the scouring of hell. Bolts of blue lightning into the earth, let the lightning flash descend. By Archangel Shamuel and Charity. Hail, O children of the great central sun, we are Shamuel and Charity, and we come draped in ruby fire. See that you are not singed by the ruby fire, but internalize it at will. We come on a fiery mission, and we descend from the octave of the ruby ray into the heart of the earth at the level of the heart of the inner retreat. And we descend thus far and no farther. For it is the children of the sun and the sons and daughters of God who deserve the recompense. Know then the reward of the righteous, which is the joy of the life everlasting, versus the reward of the seed of the wicked, which is a certain fearful looking for of judgment. Now I address you, 100,000 legions of angels of the ruby ray. Come with us this day. Come with us this day as we descend into the core of the pits of death and hell. I am that I am Elohim. I am that I am Elohim. I am that I am Elohim. Descend into the levels of death and hell. Bind the adversary of the woman and her seed. Bind the core opposition to every man child of God in the earth. We, Shamuel and Charity, archangels of the third ray, direct bolts of blue lightning into the very pits of death and hell. And beloved, this is, as you would call it, a blitzkrieg. For the enemies of the Lord have had no prior warning of our attack. Therefore, we charge into the earth. We bind the foul spirits and demons and the arch deceivers. They are being bound by the power of our legions of the ruby ray, reinforced and multiplied by the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. Therefore, let bolts of blue lightning descend into the earth. Let there be a scouring of hell this day. For you have heard of your Easter conference that Archangel Uriel and his legions are empowered to go through the earth for the binding of the fallen angels whose judgment is come. For their time is up. In order for Archangel Uriel to accomplish this mission, beloved, and for us to accomplish the parallel mission that we are about, we must have your dynamic decrees that will confirm in the earth that which we support in the heavens. Yes, the good works that you do in the earth will respond in the heavens, and they will be mirrored by the heavens back into the earth. And therefore you will be observed the oscillation whereby the fire of God descends and the fire of his sons and daughters ascends. In this, is this not reminiscent of nature's spectacle display in the aurora borealis? Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever ye loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Whatsoever ye bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So your presence in this tabernacle, beloved, as you carry on this work of the ruby ray throughout this conference, is of momentous import. For we desire the children of the sun in the earth to know a secrece from the burdens that are upon them. And surely in your calls to the Most High God and His host, you have given a recompense to those who mourn in the earth, because they have not known their bridegroom. But you know your bridegroom, and you know who you are. You who have given your calls into the night and into the day, and if others wish to be counted among your ranks, welcome them to join you in your fervor of the ruby ray, and together be done with ceaseless conversation that saps you of your ruby ray fire. If you have built a momentum on the ruby ray in past lives, its fire is at your disposal today, and you access it through the secret chamber of the heart. If you have not built a momentum on the ruby ray in past lives, its fire is not at your immediate disposal. You then will have to work hard on your ruby ray decrees until you not only develop a momentum but also establish a reservoir of ruby fire in the secret chamber of your heart. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. And whatsoever ye may ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, for the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. I say to you, one and all, take this moment to kneel before the altar in this tabernacle and to meditate upon the image of the Buddha who resides in the secret chamber of your heart, tending the altar where the threefold flame pulsates its life giving, life sustaining properties. Now I call upon mighty I am presence to release to you, each one, from your casual body, what elements of the ruby ray you have garnered through the ages, even if they be ever so small. Then call upon the Buddha of the ruby ray to multiply your portion and pray that he will use your ruby fire to empower our angels to complete their work. We implore you to do this now, for we do not desire to see fallen angels whose time is up remain in the earth for want or your call and our service. Let us join together heaven and earth to deliver the cities and neighborhoods of the atrocities committed by the fallen angels against the children of the light. And let our fiat of soul freedom on behalf of the newborn, the adolescent, and the young adult reverberate through the cosmos, worlds without end. Now it is time once again for us to call down the power of bolts of blue lightning into the earth, and therefore we direct bolts of blue lightning into the earth. And you shall hear them, and you shall feel them. But if you forego the direct experience of the action of the blue lightning, you have but to give us a sign, and we shall bypass you until you are ready for it. I ask you then to prepare your chalices, i.e., chakras, to receive the power of the blue lightning. Varja, Vajra, 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 Vajra. Bolts of blue lightning into the earth, bolts of blue lightning into the earth, bolts of blue lightning into the earth. Let the lightning flash descend. Let the lightning flash descend. Let the lightning flash descend. Release now the sacred fire of Ensof through the 10 Sephira, Keter, Kukma, Bina, he said, Jibarad, Tiferet, Netzah, Had, Yesod, and Malkuth. Hercules and Amazonia, flash bolts of blue lightning into the heart of the earth. Flash bolts of blue lightning into the pits of death and hell from the first to the 33rd level. Thus said the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands. Command ye me. Thus said the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands. Command ye me. Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Son and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands. Command ye me. So legions of light are binding the fallen angels, and they are being taken from the earth, beloved, in answer to your calls. Thus, by our joint clearance of the octaves of earth, we have created a vacuum, and the vacuum must be filled. When the unclean spirit is gone out of man, we walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter it and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. Hercules and Amazonia flash bolts of blue lightning into the cause and core of all trafficking in drugs, which is condoned by governments and nations at the expense of the youth of the world. Vajra, 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 Vajra. Bolts of blue lightning into the heart of the earth. Bolts of blue lightning into the heart of the earth. Bolts of blue lightning into the heart of the earth. Blaze the full power of Ensof through the mighty Savira. Let the original blueprint of Adam Catman be impressed upon every living soul of God. Vajra, 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 Vajra. Purple fire, chemical ray of the Godhead, bring forth dissolution now of the records of the fallen angels, for they are being taken from the earth to the court of the sacred fire on the God star, Sirius, for their final judgment. They are bound and beloved in all of their pride, their ear, in all of their viciousness and their gnashing of teeth. They, yes, even they, must behold the majesty of the ruby ray angels and the ruby ray Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Bound they are, and the Lord God Almighty intervenes that the children of the sun may have a respite from the burdens put upon them by the fallen angels for so long. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. Therefore, through our office in the heavenly hierarchy, invoke, invoke, invoke the large judgment by the ruby ray, and see how many burdens in the earth will be lifted from you. It is not well that we go to the source of evil. Indeed, it is therefore, let us descend to the 33rd level of the astral plane. There we scour, there we bind. And as we go, you may call to untold legions of angels to rescue souls who have been bound for centuries in the grips of the fallen angels.